Good morning, I am at Lake St Clair with Linnell and Kim, and today we are heading off to do the Gell group. We're going to start at Lake St Clair and we're going to head up towards Little Hugel and then up behind the back of Hugel. And we are still just walking along. You can see Big Hugel in front, so we're nearly at the base of Little Hugel and we'll start our climb up the boulders. We have just hit the section where our boulder climb commences. So we're heading up this way. We are now just heading up behind Hugel. We're at the lake to check out the view of those mountains. So we're going up here for about 200 metres, about 50 metres of ascent, and then we'll be pushing through the scrub down to the lake. To head down the lake, we know we've got to go through some scrub, but the track we've got has got us on some boulders first. So we're just having a bit of a look to see if we can find a way down to the scrub safely. And the lake's down there. So we climbed down the first bit of boulders, and now we're just kind of starting in a little bit of scrub, and we'll see what's at the end over here. So we are still heading down the boulders section. It's a bit bigger than we thought. And I guess just a surprise boulder section. We didn't think we thought we were straight into scrub. But it's been okay. We've just got to go slow with the big packs. But we're getting there. We're still coming down, going through, yeah, it's pretty thick scrub. You can see him down there, but we're getting there. So this is a bit of the forest that we are walking through now. There's a lot of trees down and it's exhausting climbing over and under, but we're nearing the bottom. So for a bit of an idea, we just come down from there through all of that boulders and scrub, and we can just see the lake. Not quite here, but we're on a bit of a higher bit, so we are almost at the lake. First day, almost done. Good morning, it is day 2. We camped at Lake Hermione last night and today we're heading off over to Cheyne range. We had a little bit of a hiccup this morning where we have realised we've left our end car keys in the start car, so we've got that to sort out as well today, but wish us luck. So we've come to our river crossing, the Franklin River. A few stones to step on, so hopefully it shouldn't be too bad. So we've just come through some scrub And we're now just finding our next path through the bush. We've just come across this really cute little waterfall and thick scrub we're going through, climbing to the top. So we've climbed down from down there. We're slowly on our way up. We've still got a fair amount of way to go yet before we hit the Cheyne Range summit. There's lots of scrub, it's stuck on everything, lots of climbing. It's been hard work. Well, after 2 days of walking, we have made it to the summit of Cheyne Range. Woo! Done. Check out this view. We've been going all day. There is lots of scrub, there's no track, it's hard going. It's 2:30, so now we're hoping to get down and into the saddle to camp before it gets dark. We are still heading towards the saddle. Again, it is slow going and thick scrub. Good morning, it is day 3 and we have woken up to magnificent weather. Not the clear day that was forecast, but we need to get moving. Today will be slow and steady. We're heading over Mount Gell. The scrub hasn't been as bad as yesterday, but it's still a bit to push through and we're still just finding our way. The day still hasn't improved, but it's been okay walking, just navigating our way slow and steady. It has been pretty hard going trying to find the way today. We're still not up Gell yet, but if you can see this, we found a cairn. That's always exciting when you haven't had anything for a long time. Well, we have got to the point where we're dropping our packs, ready to go up to the summit of Mount Gell. Just like to point out, day 3, fresh food. Day 3, pizza scroll. Day 3, yeah, probably not as healthy as those two. Anyway, we are nearing the summit of Mount Gell. You can see there, summit cairn. It's 400 metres where we dropped our pack. And we reached the summit of Mount Gell. Check out this view. I honestly think that this is one of the best views that you could possibly get. Or maybe it's one of the more common views that we get in Tasmania. But anyway, Mount Gell done. We're just heading down from Mount Gell to Australia Tarn. Come across this really cute tiny little waterfall, and then we'll continue on. There's a few cans now, which is exciting because we haven't had those really at all for the whole couple of days. And we have our first little bit of sunlight today. We're getting closer to Australia Tarn. The track to Australia Tarn has been somewhat canned. You can lose the track easily, but we've been managing to follow it, which is more than I can say for the rest of the Gell circuit. For the last part of this down to the lake, we haven't been really successful in finding any sort of a pad. So we're heading in the right direction. It's just slow and steady. It is almost dark and we've hit the side of the lake and can't find a pad through. So we're actually walking in the water to get up further to where we're going to be camping. Good morning. It is day 4. This was our campsite last night. We managed to find a flat spot to camp. We didn't make it as far as we wanted to make it. And this is the bush. Thick scrub everywhere. So we've made it to the edge of the lake, ready to start our ascent. It is thick scrap everywhere. Every now and then you get a good run through the button grass, and then it's thick scrap again. So we're still tracking along. We're out of the thick shrub at the moment, and we're nearing the ridgeline of the Hippogriff to ascent up to that. And we are nearing the summit. It's just here, poking over behind that hill, not far. And we have reached the top of the Hippogriff. The fog's starting to come over, but we're so thankful to be here. Yay! And we're just making our way down from the Hippogriff, same as before, thick scrub, no truck. We're still travelling down to Dixon's Tarn, is it? We are still travelling down to Dixon's Tarn. Lots of thick bush to push through, but we're doing good. I'm pretty happy with how we're going. We have just reached our river crossing of the Franklin River. See how we go getting across. It doesn't look too deep. We have not long left Dixon's. Oh. While I was filming, just had to take a rest. We've not long left Dixon's and we're heading on our last ascent out. There is a bit of a path out, which is great, and ribbons, which for us at the very tired end of our hike, we're very relieved.